What's going on, family? So, of course, I got to bring you a backdrop from the beach. For those of you who don't know, I live in Puerto Rico. That's where I am now. But I want to give you an update on what's going on in the market. A lot of people have been asking me, Tay, please, please, please start doing something on YouTube. Will you give us an update in the market? What's going on? I know you do it for STB every week. Come on, give us a little something, right? Drop a little bag on us, right? So I've been doing what I call bag drop from the beach, right? This is my bag drop from the beach. So anytime that I feel the need is it's necessary to drop some information on you about what's going on in the market, what, maybe something I can help to at least keep you all calm, right? Or to at least give you some insight on what I'm seeing, what I'm telling STB, and how we're, basically maneuvering, right? Now, in attempt not to piss off my people in STB, I won't be, giving too much of what I teach them away, but I am going to give very helpful information. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be starting a like public profile of basically some of the trades that I'm taking, right? I know some of you may want to say, hey, I'm going to try to trade whatever you trade and take. That's fine. I'm going to create a public profile just to show you what I can do, what you could do if you just had the knowledge and, of course, a little, 6, 7 grand, right? I think I put like 7 grand in a Robinhood account. So starting in something super basic. This is not my main profile. I don't really use Robinhood, but I'm going to be using it for this. All right. So I got a bag drop from the beach for you today. Let's get into it. What am I seeing in the market? What's going on? What am I looking for? What are we looking at? Yada, yada, right? Me personally, I'll be honest with you, right now, something that I'm actually like looking at is the fundamentals of what is to come. So a lot of people have heard about right now, especially the inverted yield curve has hit, right? What that basically means for a lot of people is, oh my God, recession's coming, right? Are we going to be going through a recession? Is that what's in play? Well, to be honest with you, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, not because of the yield curve, though, right? It's not just because of the yield curve. I have 5, maybe 6 other fundamentals that I personally use, such as things like the Ruba-Dabo index, the anxious index, things like that. I use other things outside of the yield curve, right? So this is how I'm able to guide STB and the people in Secure the Bag. This is how I'm able to guide them on, hey, this is what I see. This is when it's going to be bullish. This is when it's going to be bearish. This is what to grab, yada, 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 right? So I do see one coming, but not yet, right? Now, I don't also, you'll hear a lot of people say 12 to 18 months out. Yield curve just, inverted. That means we got 12 to 18 months. I personally think it's going to happen before that. Okay. So what I'm expecting is somewhat of a either, I'll say this, fundamentally speaking, what I'm seeing, we're going to have a bullish May, right? So let me just give you all something that I see. We're going to have a bullish May. So starting actually this week, coming up, today is May 1st, actually. So we're going to have a bullish May. The markets are going to rally. Things are going to look like, oh, it's over, right? It's over. And I think this bullishness is going to last us probably into, I don't know, end of, I'd say middle of maybe July, right? Middle of July. I won't stop. I'm just gonna let you know, I won't stay in that whole time, right? If I trade, I'm in and out. I grab my percentages, I'm out. If I can make 20, 30, 40, 50% in a month on some money, I'm not staying in. I'm not greedy. And this is what I teach my folks in STB. We're not greedy. We get in and get out if we're going to do short-term trades. Now, we kind of, we have other trades that we do that are not just short-term. So I'll just say that. So what I'm seeing is, yeah, it's going to be a bullish May and mostly June. It's not going to be linear, right? It's not going to be straight up. It's going to, pat, 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 up and down, up and down, up and down, and we'll get there. But May should be bullish. I'm expecting it to be bullish based on my, I have to say fundamentals. I'll keep saying that, fundamentals, but also based on what I'm seeing on some other things, right? Which we'll go over some charts in a minute. So that's what I'm seeing for that. But I'm expecting a bearish time, maybe around starting maybe like 1st of August. And we may get like this, I call it an afterburn. We may get an afterburn that may cause us to kind of consolidate through August, but towards the end of August, maybe the beginning of September, I'm expecting to move back down. Not just because this has historically been not so great time for the market, but because there are other fundamentals and other things that I personally use, right? For a lot of you all know, I study astrology, and this is another thing that I use in the markets, right? So there's some things going on and things that are happening that have always followed, or that the market has always followed. I'm following those things. So we are going to have, I personally think, a very bloody market. Probably all the way through the end of 2022, right? End of 2022. Does that mean you try to time it? If you know what you're doing, maybe. Are we gonna be trying to time it? Probably not. And maybe I will, right? When I say we, I mean STB as a whole. I don't like to gamble with people's money, right? So if I'm gonna be teaching you financial education, I don't want you gambling your money. Now, maybe me, I can gamble a little bit, right? But I won't. To be honest with you, I'm going to be smart with my things. You know, everything that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to be scaling in. My people in the security bag, you know what that means. I'm going to be scaling in and doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to be a responsible trader and investor, right? Because I'm not just a trader. I do have my long-term positions, but I like to do some short-term trading too. Short-term meaning, you know, months out, right? So I'm not a week expiration date person. You know, I got a contract for a week out. That's not me, right? So I go a little bit longer than that. I'm a swing trader. I used to do day trading, but I don't anymore, right? So let's go over some charts. Y'all probably tired of me talking. Let's go into some charts. Let's see what we got here, all right? So I'm going to share my screen with you. Oh, all right. So what I am seeing right now, looking at the SPY alone, right? Just looking at the SPY alone. Don't mind my lines. Y'all know I'm a technical trader. This is what I've been doing for a while. I just love my technicals. This is what I'm seeing so far on the SPY, right? So to break this thing down, the reason why I track the SPY or the S&P is because simply we have 500 companies in the S&P, right? And 500 companies are going to be your best representation of the overall market, right? If you're just tracking Google or, you know, Amazon, Apple, it's not going to be a best or your best representation of the overall market. And we have to track the overall market because the overall market is going to give us overall sentiment of the humans and machines that are actually trading the overall market, right? Going in and out of the overall market. So this is why we want to track these things. Now, for me personally, you see I got my downtrend line right here, and it looks like we're bouncing, right? This is my weekly chart. We're bouncing, but we did close below. And the reason why I say we're bouncing is you see here, we bounced. Now we closed below. So what I'm going to be looking for is a little confirmation, right? I'm going to be looking for an open and a close below this line next week. Now I have a price target. I've always had a price target on the S&P for $400, right? $400 or the SPY. This is the ETF that I trade that tracks the S&P 500. Now this ETF, I've always had a $400 price target on this thing, right? We're getting close. We're at 412. We closed the market at 412. But if you look at my crosshair, that's really similar to this, which is giving us somewhat of a double bottom. So we may get a reversal over May of the month of May. So we may get a reversal of the month of May. The reversal could take us back to this resistance line, right? So I have resistance line. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 candles support or resist this line, which gives us a really good resistance downtrend line, right? So what I'm expecting is a bounce from here back up to about, so we're looking at 412 back up to about 438. Now I've already grabbed a position on this. You know, I can't say whether or not you want to do it, but I've already grabbed a position on it. This is what I'm expecting. I will not be greedy. I will be scaling or unraveling my position. So I'm not going to be holding for 100% returns, 50%. I'm not greedy, right? Especially in this type of market. We are downtrending since January. I called puts for STB back in January, which was right around here. right here, actually. January 3rd is when I called the puts. So that should have been somewhere in here. And we've been falling since then. So I'm not going to be greedy. This is a downtrending market, right? So until I see either open and close above this line, moving up with the following open and close above it, or open and close below this, I'm going to be kind of patient, but I will play the in between, right? And of course, I'll be looking to scale out of this thing if we get open and closes below this, and we get a confirmed candle, I guess you could say, below that. So I won't be touching most of it until either I make my profits or it hits my proverbial, I guess you could call it a stop loss. I don't really like to use that word, but that gotta be smart with it. Okay. So this is what I'm seeing for the overall market. One of the things I like to track, because a lot of people are scared. There's one thing I like you all to look at. Okay. The market's fearful right now. Okay. This is the best time to buy. I'll be honest. Whether you're gonna go long term, which I would suggest right now, most of the stuff should be long term unless you are a skilled trader and or you have somebody like me on your side who's telling you how to get in and out of this thing, right? But if you're just somebody who's, you just started trading a year ago, 2 years ago, and you think, I think I can handle this market. This is not the same market as 2020 or 2021. Please be careful. I've been doing this thing for 7, 8 years. This is not the same market that most of y'all got introduced to. Okay. So please be careful. Don't go crazy on this, but this is a good time to buy, right? Now, a lot of people use this basic, I call it, I'm not going to say what I call it, but it's basic B technology, right? Basic technology. This is what a lot of basic traders look at. Oh, the market's fearful. CNN is telling us it's fearful. I'm going to start buying. But that's not necessarily what I look at or the only thing I look at. I like to also look at the consumer report, right? The consumer indicators or the consumer confidence indicators, right? This is something that has tracked recessions. So you have recessions in here, but it's also tracked bottoms of confidence of consumers, right? Now, for my people in STB, some people may get mad at me for teaching y'all this because I teach a lot of this stuff in STB, right? But for my people in STB, bear with me. Bear with me. I am here to help people, right? I'm here to help people. And not everybody could get into STB. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little game on them and help them out. Right? I'll sprinkle a little game on them and help them out. And for my people who are in STB, y'all know I have way more in STB than what I'm just telling y'all now. In addition, I'm not even gonna mention that. But in addition to what we've been talking about over the last few weeks, how I've been forecasting the market and we've been right every time, right? So y'all get enough, right? Don't be greedy. Let me share a little game with the gen pop, right? With general population. So what I'm seeing here with the consumer confidence is just not, it's not good right now because this is where we are, right? And anytime historically that we are this low, right? Hear me out. This is one of my confluence points. A lot of you all know I like multiple confluence points to tell me, am I right or am I more likely to be wrong? This is one of those things that I use. Now, if we're buying at the top of the market, if the consumer confidence is up here, you are buying too high, too high, and the market is more than likely, going to pull back, right? Going to pull back. So just looking at the consumer confidence indicator, if you bought back in 98, 99 at the top of this indicator, you would have lost money going into 2000. Look at this, boom, boom, boom. And we all know, for the people who are educated on this whole thing, we all know that this is what? .com crash, right? This is around the .com crash. And it took some years to play out, right? It took some years to play out. So, .com crash only lasted till, look, 2002. If you would have bought in 2002, which a lot of my people in STB, you know about our decennial patterns. If you had your decennial patterns going on and you knew to buy in 2002, you were good. And yeah, it bounced. Look at that, it bounced. And so over the 2-year course period, you would have made good money, right? This is what we look for. It's one of the things we look for. Now, I'm saying all of this because we don't like to buy. As a matter of fact, anytime this indicator gets over about, I don't know, 100 maybe, I'm not really buying stocks. I don't really like it. Right? So I'm not buying stocks anytime it gets over about 100. on this chart. So for me, I'm looking to buy anytime when it's under about 98, maybe under 100 if it's a really good stock. But 98, that's what I'm looking to buy, right? Well, look at this. We're at 97. We're 97. And historically, we have seen that if you bought in 90s or anything at or under 97, you got a reversal over the next few years, and everything was honky dory, right? This is what some people say in the South, but everything was great. So this is just one of the things I look for. Once again, if you are a stock trader or if you're someone that's going to trade, whether it's a month out, 2 months out, 6 months out, a year out, 2 years out, which I'm a fan of, or long-term investing, which is 10 years plus, no matter what it is, you have to have multiple cases or multiple levels of confluence. And what that basically means, family, what confluence means, basically, I have multiple things telling me that I am right, telling me that I'm right. So for me, do I have enough confluence to hold cash, or do I have enough confluence to buy stocks? This is a good time to buy stocks. And for me, I like to look at it like a relationship. So ladies, when you're getting ready to date a guy, let's say you're getting ready to date a man and you're trying to decide whether or not he's gonna be a good man, right? Is he gonna treat me right? Is he gonna be good? What you tend to do is you look at multiple things. How does he treat his mom? How does he treat his, if he has kids, how does he treat his kids? How does he treat his family? How does he show up for work on time? Is he always late? Right? What's his credit score? What does he look like with credit? How does he handle his bills? Is he always late on bills? How does he handle his finances? Is he saving money? Is he investing it? Or is he blowing it on fucking Gucci slides? Right? What is he doing? What is he doing? And you all put these things together, ladies, and fellas, we do it too. But ladies, you put these things together to help you decide whether or not this is going to be a good guy, right? So you put these things together, you say, okay, he's good, he got good credit, he's pretty clean cut, I've never smelled him, stink, in the beginning of the day, he showers, he's got good hygiene, his teeth look clean, he's well, groomed. Not only that, I've kind of been around him sometimes. He cleans up when when I come over his house, he actually has his own place, little things like that, right? So these are confluence points, ladies, that give you points of comfort to actually go further with this guy, right? Whether it's just giving him some or whether it's actually, going the distance and actually having a relationship with him. These are what we call confluence points. But we do the same thing in the market, right? Should I hold cash? And I like 5 or more confluence points. And I use technicals, 2 or 3 technicals, 2 or 3 fundamentals, right? And if I can get 5 confluence points or more, I'm in. I'm in. Whether that means 5 confluence points to hold cash or 5 confluence points to hold stocks, I'm in one way or another. Well, I have my 5 confluence points to buy stocks, so I'm buying stocks. The consumer confidence indicator that I just showed you is my reason, or one of my confluence points in reasoning to buy stocks. I will buy now. I will buy, I told you, right around about, we'll just say beginning of August, we're going to start to see the market either consolidate or start to fall. I am still going to be buying stocks as it's falling, right? So I'm going to be keeping my day job. I know a lot of y'all want to quit your job. I'll keep my day job so I can continue to put money into the market, right? So that being said, keep your day job. Continue to get those confluence points up. If you need help with learning all this stuff and you actually just want somebody to guide you, of course, STB is always here for you. Tap in with us. I'll put a link below somewhere where you can go ahead and check out STB or maybe even book a call with my people, right? I have a whole team that can help you, right? Success coaches. We can help you. Other than that, you all keep studying up. Don't go crazy. The market is meant to help you make money, not meant to make you mad or drive you crazy. All right. So other than that, I'm out. This has been my bag drop from the beach. I'm about to go enjoy myself. Y'all hang out, have some fun. Talk to you soon. Peace.